So I thought we'd do show and tell for a while. One guy has a really super weather app on his phone and he's monitoring, and he'll let me know if things change one way or the other. 1934, bought in Marblehead from Greg Worth. When I bought it, my wife's like, "What did you just do?" Well, I bought one of the happiest things in my life. I've had so much fun with this boat. The day I bought it, Greg Worth had the model yacht in the store in Marblehead, down on Washington. And I wanted a Marblehead, and I paid a lot of money for this boat, and it was a wreck. Well, no good. He made a comment, "Hey, somebody from Philly bought the Slug." That really torqued my wife, because she heard the comment. I didn't. Marbleheads are an open class, so if you've got 10, 12 Marbleheads sitting in the room, they could all be different. This is a one-off, built in 34. We know pretty much who owned it when. It was built in Marblehead, sailed in Marblehead, it ended up in Maine. It came back to Marblehead, and that's when I bought it. So I was really pissed at the comment that it's a slug, and I was bound and determined to get it to sail well. So I looked up another term for slug, and that's how I gave it the name Tritonia. It's the name of a phylum of sea slugs. And after 3 years, after I learned how to do the work on boats, I took a class at Wooden Boat that gave me everything I needed. I restored it. I wish I'd put a plank deck on it, but I didn't know how to do the planking at the time. Came home, knew what I needed to do, did it. Boat didn't sail well. I'm thinking, "Oh man, it is a slug." So I'm like, "Wait a minute, I can fix this." And I tweaked and I adjusted and I put a little bit taller. I went up 3 more inches with the rig. And I moved the shroud racks forward, and that changed all the dynamics of the boat. And today I think it sails pretty well. It is, because it's a free sailing boat, and the keel actually extends forward and aft. So it's, when you're turning the boat, you can't spin it like you can boats with a fin and bulb. You've got to carve through the turn. It's like putting a piece of plywood in the water and trying to turn it. You can't do it easily. So every time you come into the to tack or to round the mark, you've got to think about carving it. It will turn some, but it just, you know, it wants to move slowly through the turn. So that's how I came about the boat, and that's how the boat got to where it is today. She does pretty well. So who wants to go next?
Okay.
You could set it on the boat, but it was about a 1/16 of an inch shy of the hull, so you couldn't put it back on the boat. And this had 5 coats of paint on the hull. The middle coat of paint was bottom paint.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and this is a buttocks construction, not a bread and butter, which means the lifts are vertical.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's a typical build for boats, but it's very unusual that it's done that way. I did drop it off the workbench one day, popped 2 of them apart, so I had to glue it back together and glass the hull.
Yeah.
It's interesting, if you look closely, you can see how there's a key. I don't know why they did it. It's not a keystone, but there's a key.
In the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, all the fittings are original to the boat. They're interesting because most of them are, well, these 2 are not, and the bang's not. But the racks, the mast step, they're all original to the boat. All new rig on it. The rig that was with the boat, well, because I went higher with it, it had to be redone.
Is it screws for the mast?
Nope. No, my masts, all my spars have 1/8 inch aviation plywood
Okay.
as an inner core, and then I laminate mahogany or cedar or whatever on the outside of the boat, or on the outside of that piece, and it really makes them strong. And I build them on a flat surface. Build them up on a flat surface. So who wants to go next?